Hello children, how are you all? Yeah children, in the previous class we started the third lesson about skeletal system and nervous system, isn't it? Yeah. In that class what we learned about skeletal system, and today's class we are going to learn about nervous system. Okay. Before going to the nervous system children, I want to tell you two specific topics for you. Okay. Those are, one is cartilage. Okay. Another one is about muscles. Right children? So first one is cartilage. What is cartilage? Cartilage is nothing but it is a tough elastic tissue. Understood? It is a tissue children. Tough elastic tissue. Means what tissue means? Group of cells, right children? And this one is a tough elastic tissue. Where it is? It is present between the bones. Okay, in the joints. We have joints, right? Joints in the ankle, okay, knee, all these places we find this cartilage. Okay, tough elastic tissue, and it helps to, okay, it helps the bones from rubbing each other. Generally, suppose this is one bone and this is another bone. Both bones are rubbing each other, right? When we are moving, both bones has to rub. But this cartilage is between these two bones so that it prevents from rubbing each other. Understood? Got it? Now I'll show that picture. Look at here children. This is cartilage. Okay. Two bones. Middle we find cartilage. And this cartilage helps, okay, bones to prevent this. This cartilage prevents the bones to rub each other. Got it? And those two bones are connected with a tough tissue. What I said, that tough tissue, ligament. Okay. Two bones are connected with a ligament. Suppose. Look at here. I am drawing. This is one bone. Right? And this is another bone. Both bones are connected with a tough tissue. What is this tissue? I said ligament. Right children? Ligament. But this bone, okay, and this bone, we find both are rubbing, right? When we are moving, both has to rub. But here we find a tough elastic tissue, and here also we find a tough elastic tissue, that is cartilage. What it is? A cartilage. Got it? So this prevents, the cartilage prevents from rubbing each other. Okay, two bones. Got it? Understood? So that easy movement. For easy movement. And children, muscles, see, bone alone can't able to, we can't able to move the bone alone. Okay. How the bone can able to move then? With the help of cartilage as well as muscle. Okay. Without these two, the bone, we can't able to move the bone also. Understood? With the help of these two only we can able to move the bone. How? See, look at here. I'll show that picture also for you. Children, look at here. This is the bone and muscle picture. Here bone is covered with a muscle. Okay. Both are, see, very tightly packed with each other. Understood? Bone is tightly packed with muscle. Okay. Those two are attached with a tough tissue. Look at here. This is the bone and this is muscle. Both are attached with a tough tissue. This is also, okay, very, very tough tissue. That tissue name is tendon. What is that? See here. This is bone. What is this? This is bone and this one is muscle now. Okay. Around the bone. And both are connected with a tough tissue. This tissue, what we call tendon. Remember, tendon. Tendons are nothing but tough elastic tissues that connects bone with the muscle. Understood? Bone and muscles are connected with a tough tissue, that is tendon. Bone and bone are connected with a tough tissue, that is ligament. The difference. Have you understood? Two bones are connected with a tough tissue, that is ligament. And bone and muscle are connected with a tough tissue, that is, okay, those are tendons. Got it? Tendons are between bones and muscles. And ligaments are between two bones. Got it children? Now, bone alone can't able to move, I said, right? With the help of cartilage and muscle only, the bone can able to move. We can able to move the bone with the help of, here we have muscle and also we have cartilage. Okay. So that we can easily able to move our bone. Okay. along with the muscle and cartilage. Have you understood, children? Now coming to here, okay, these cartilages are where they present, means they are between the bones, right, between joints, generally like in the joints, okay, joints in the knee and elbow, wrist, all these places we find the cartilage, and also in the vertebrae. We have vertebrae, right? I said vertebral column like this, a big backbone. This is backbone. We have small bones are there. How many bones I said? 33 vertebrae, right? Between these vertebrae also we find cartilage. Understood? Tough elastic tissue. Got it, children? And also, do you know one more important point I am saying? What is that? Skull is having, see this full is bone I said, right? All are immovable. Only lower jaw is movable I said. Now this skull, okay? This skull also having holes, right? Here we have holes and here we have holes. Means there is no bone. But what is this? If you touch your nose and ears, see it is also somewhat hard, right? But what it is not a bone. Remember, this one is a tough elastic tissue, nothing but cartilage. What are these? This one and this one? Those are not at all bones. Those are cartilages. So here nose and, okay, nose and ears both are cartilages. Okay, examples. Got it? This one we call it as soft bone. Cartilage also called soft bone. Remember, press your ear and nose. Okay, those are not at all bone. Understood? Inside, those are cartilage. Got it? Now coming to muscles. Have you understood about cartilage? Now coming to muscle. Muscles are, we find, I said bone and muscles are connected with a tough tissue, that is tendon, right? Now here muscles are three types, children. Especially mainly two types of muscles are there. How many? Two types of muscles. One is voluntary muscles. Okay, remember this word. Voluntary muscles, and another one is involuntary. Now I will tell the difference between these two. Okay, voluntary muscles and involuntary muscles. Now here, okay, voluntary means with our known. Muscle can be able to move. Okay, the bone and muscle can be able to move with our known. Means we can able to know. But involuntary means without our known. Some muscles are moving. Now here voluntary muscles comes under skin. See, I said the bone and okay, muscle, okay, together helps in movement I said, right? Now what here, this muscle is attached to the bone, no? That muscle we call it as skeletal muscle. What we call, children? Skeletal muscle. So skeletal muscle comes under voluntary muscle. Understood? See, we have bones. Around the bones we have muscles. All those muscles comes under skeletal muscles. Understood? Those are striped, also called striped muscles. Understood? Striated muscles. Two names. Striped, striated or skeletal muscles. Those are around the bone. Bone is a nothing but all bones together make up a skeleton. So here skeletal muscle. Understood? This skeletal muscle comes under voluntary. Voluntary means we are able to move. See, I want to move my hand like this. Now I want to move my hand like this. So this is with my known I am able to move. That means in my control. The movement is in my control. That one we call it as voluntary muscle. Understood? Involuntary means without my known. Suppose some muscles are there inside our body, like heart muscles. Heart is pumping always blood, right? And digestive system muscles continuously helps in digestion of the food. Those muscles comes under involuntary, means without our known those muscles are moving. Understood? Got it, children? Helps in movement. Here, so voluntary muscles and involuntary muscles. Here example skeletal muscle. Here skeletal muscle is the example for voluntary muscles, and here involuntary two types are there. One is again in involuntary two types, that is a smooth muscle. Another one is cardiac. Okay, cardiac is nothing but main. Main muscle is there in the heart. Understood? So heart muscle we call it as cardiac muscle. Smooth muscle, very very smooth, soft. Okay, it is there in the digestive system. Means nothing but in our digestion part, their muscle is the smooth muscle. Understood? See, these two functions can we control? No. Can we control those? Heartbeat can you control? No. And digestive system can you control? No. So those muscles comes under involuntary, without our known. Those are functioning, always functions. Understood? Those two comes under involuntary muscles. Have you understood up to here, children? Yes. Next, coming to, okay, next one we are seeing about nervous system. Our nervous system. Nervous system mainly contains, children, three main parts. How many parts? Three parts. What? Nervous system. Nervous system contains three parts. What are those? First one is brain. What is the first one? Brain. After that, second part is spinal cord. Okay. And third part is nerves. Understood? These are the three parts that are there in the nervous system. Together form, all these are organs. All organs together form system. That is nervous system. Here nerves are there. Okay, so many nerves. I'll show that picture for you. So it is easy to understand. Look at here, children. See, this is our nervous system picture. Okay, if you see here, the brain, spinal cord is in red color. All the nerves are in the blue color. Okay, all these three parts. Okay, all these three forms the nervous system. Okay, all nerves, see, look at here from the hands and legs, all are connected to here red part. What is that? Spinal cord. Okay, after that, that red part is connected to here brain. Understood? So the brain, spinal cord and nerves all are connected, okay, indirectly to the brain. Have you understood now? What are the three main parts are there in the nervous system? Nerves, spinal cord and brain. Right, children? Now we'll see one by one. Okay, first one is about brain. Okay, in that first one is brain. Look at here, children. About brain. Brain again having three parts. What? Brain is having again three parts. Okay, what are those? The brain is having three parts, children. First one is, we call it as cerebrum. Remember, important words. Cerebrum. Second one, cerebellum. Okay. Third one, brainstem. Brainstem are also called another word, medulla. Okay. These are the three main parts in the brain. Understood? First we'll see about one by one. Now I'll show that picture also. Look at here, children. This is the picture of the brain. Right? See, all the nerves connected to spinal cord and then to the brain. So here this is the brain. Brain is connected to the spinal cord. Okay. Spinal cord is there in the spine. Nothing but vertebrae. Vertebral column I said, right? This is the brain. Brain is having three parts, children. Big one we call it as, okay, cerebrum. And a small one is there here. Look at here. This is small one is the cerebellum. And like a stem, this is medulla. Got it? Have you understood? Now, see, look at here. This is clear. This big one we call it as cerebrum. And small brown color one is the cerebellum. Okay, like a stem. This is brainstem or medulla. Have you understood? Now, those are all connected to the spinal cord. Got it, children? Now, first one, cerebrum. Cerebrum is the largest part. Okay? Largest part in the brain. Which part is the largest part in the brain? Cerebrum. Okay, cerebrum is the largest part. And after that, this is the small brain. We call it as a small brain. Okay? Because very small in size. And the largest part. And after that, this one we also call medulla. Okay, brain stem. It is looking like a stem. Now, what are the functions of this? First, cerebrum, okay, is the largest part of the brain and it controls, Okay, what it controls? Our intelligence. We have some capacity of thinking, right? We can able to think, isn't it? So it controls all the intelligence, logical questions sometimes, right? All those logic part, thinking, intelligence, writing, all this comes under cerebrum. Understood? Cerebrum controls all the functions of the body. Got it? And cerebellum. Cerebellum is the smallest brain, small part of the brain, and it controls balance of the body. Balance means what? Suppose, children, generally while cycling, some members are balancing, right? On a rope, they balance their body, right? So that balance controlled by the cerebellum. Okay, suppose this cerebellum is not functioning properly. If it is not functioning properly, then do you know, they are swinging like this. The body is unable to control. Understood? Balance of the balance means straightly we are standing. Okay, all those balance can be controlled by the cerebellum. If see, have you seen drunk people? After drinking that alcohol, they are swinging like this body and fall somewhere. Why? Because this cerebellum not functions properly. Understood? So cerebellum controls what? It controls balance of the body. Understood? Next, coming to brainstem or medulla. It controls, what it controls means involuntary actions. I said involuntary muscles are there, right, in the body. Those involuntary actions like heartbeat, digestion, BP means blood pressure, all those are controlled by the medulla. Have you understood now? These are the three main parts of the brain. What are those? Cerebrum, cerebellum, medulla. Remember. Okay, understood, children? What are the three parts? Cerebrum, cerebellum, medulla or brainstem. Those are all controls our functions. Functions of the body. All functions, like here cerebrum controls all the thinking, intelligence, logic, all those are controlled. Even movements of the body are also controlled by the cerebrum. Cerebellum controls, what it controls, I said, balance of the body. And medulla controls involuntary actions like heartbeat, digestion, understood, and blood pressure, all those are controlled by the medulla. Have you understood, children? Yes. Now coming to second one. What is the second one? I said spinal cord, right? What is the second part of the nervous system? Spinal cord. Now look at here, children. Second part, spinal cord. Where it is? Children, this spinal cord, is there. Where exactly means this is our backbone. Our backbone is having so many vertebra, right? In the middle it passes, I said. What is passing in between these? This blue line is, those are in between the vertebrae, inside, So this spinal cord is inside the vertebral column, remember. And this spinal cord connects to the brain. Got it? Here, medulla is the part that connects the brain to the spinal cord. Here, what is this down part? I said medulla. Medulla or brain stem, right? That brain stem connects brain, connects brain to the spinal cord. Got it? Now, this spinal cord, what it does? It is nothing but it has connections, so many connections, nerves connections are there. All the nerves are connected to these are nerves, right? These nerves are connected to the spinal cord, and main function of the spinal cord is it collects the information. Nerves function is also collects information and passes to the brain. And spinal cord is connected to the nerves. All the nerves are connected to the our skin. Here the nerves are there, understood, and the tips at the skin, edges, right? If you touch, suppose if anyone touches you, without, okay, at the back. You came to know. How you came to know? You are not seeing no that person, but you came to know. How you came to know? Because those nerves passes the information first to the spinal cord and then to the brain. Understood? So spinal cord is the bundle of nerves. This spinal cord is nothing but it is a bundle. You know, right? Bundle of, okay, books. One by, suppose this is a book, another book, another book. So this one we call it as a bundle. Like that, here so many nerves. Nerves are connected, I said no. All these nerves is like a bundle. So here spinal cord is nothing but bundle of nerves that passes information to the brain. Understood, children? Yes. Now coming to nerves. What is the third part? Third part is about nerves. Here the nerves, okay, also passes the information. Okay. The nerves are also passing the information to the brain. Okay. Here third one is about nerves. Nerves are mainly three types, children. How many types of nerves are there? Three types. Okay. First one is sensory nerves. Sensory. Okay. And second one is motor nerves. Motor. Third one is automatic. Automatic or mixed nerves. Understood, children? Here, look at here, sensory nerves. These nerves are connected to the sense organs. How many sense organs we have? Tell me. 5, right? Eyes, nose, tongue, skin, and ears. All these sense organs, okay, are connected to the nerves. Those nerves are called sensory nerves. Remember, the nerves that are connected to the sense organs. Here, okay, here, and skin. Everywhere. The body is covered with the skin, right? So skin is also a sense organ, right? Skin means touch, right, children? So if you touch, that's why without your known also the information passes to the brain. If someone comes and touches you back, it came to know. How you came to know? Because skin is there. Skin nerves, sensory nerves are there, right? Those nerves passes the information to the brain. Got it? Now coming to motor nerves. Motor nerves, do you know, children, here main important one more thing I will tell you. Suppose this here bone is there, around it muscle is there. Now I want to move. I said that if you want to move, that one comes under voluntary muscles, right? Here what happens if you are moving, okay, a bone? For moving a bone, we need two muscles, children. One muscle is coming closer, one muscle is expands. See here, suppose here muscle is there. Now I want to move this bone up like this. Then here the muscle is there, no, it comes contract. Contract means it coming closer. And here the muscle is there, no, it expands. Means one muscle is coming very near, another muscle is moving back. That means then only the movement is possible. Understood? In motor nerves, what happens? These nerves helps to move any part. Motor is nothing but movement. Okay? Remember like that. What happens here? When a nerve, okay, when sensory nerves tells to the brain, suppose if anyone comes and pinching you, then immediately you are removing your hand. How you are removing hand? Why? Because movement. This movement is shown by the, okay, motor nerves. Nerves that helps, okay, sends the message and back immediately tells the brain to move that, okay, back, that part back, based on the motor nerves. Understood? Have you understood? Sensory nerves are there. These nerves, okay, from sense organs to the brain, tells the information from sense organs to the brain, and motor nerves from brain to the muscles. Muscle, okay, muscle only helps the bone to move, right? So those the brain, these nerves tells us the information from brain to the muscle to move that part. Got it? And now coming to automatic or mixed nerve. Here automatically means those are mixed. Some are sensory and some are motor nerves are there. Got it, children? Have you understood? These are the three types of nerves. Now coming to last topic in this nervous system is about reflex action. What is that? Reflex. Okay, action. This is nothing but children, when you are going, okay, suddenly so much wind is coming in front of you, then you are closing your eyes, isn't it, without your known. And when you are going on the road, suddenly a small, okay, stone or a thorn means like this, okay, is there. You are standing on, immediately you are removing your leg, isn't it? And whenever so much dust enters it, suddenly you are closing your eyes. These are all reflex. Reflex means immediately action. Okay, action means work, right? That work done immediately. These reflex actions are controlled by, okay, those actions are called reflex actions. Those are controlled by spinal cord. We have spinal cord, I said, right? This spinal cord is there, okay, it passes in between the vertebral column. So vertebral column we have spinal cord. That spinal cord controls reflex actions, means immediate actions. Suppose if any, I'll show you a picture for you. Children, look at here. This is spinal cord, okay. Here this is the vertebral column. In the middle, the spinal cord passes and it is connected to the brain through, okay, brain stem. Here this is the brain stem, okay. It connects to the brain. So here brain is connected to the spinal cord through the brain stem. This spinal cord is passing through the vertebral column, okay. And what happens here, if you, okay, see like this, this is the bone, okay, vertebrae. I said 33 vertebrae are there in the vertebral column, right? So these are the vertebrae, and here in the middle we find spinal, okay, cord. And this cord is connected to the nerves, right? All the nerves are connected to the spinal cord, I said, right? So these are connected to the spinal cord. Spinal cord is again connected to the brain, okay. This is about the spinal cord. Now coming to reflex action, children. See what happens in the reflex action. Reflex action means immediate action, I said, right? What happens, suppose if you touch any hot object, hot, like hot box or any, okay, candle, then what happens? Here heat, right? Here sense organs, see sensory nerves, I said. The red color one is the sensory nerve. The sensory nerve passes the information from here to brain, okay. In the middle we find spinal cord, right, children? What happens here? The nerves are connected to the first spinal cord and then to the brain. Here the bundle of nerves, right, spinal cord. First the nerve is connected to the spinal cord. So it passes first to the spinal cord. The information, this sensory nerve passes the information from here to the spinal cord, and it is not going to the brain. Okay, the message is not at all going to the brain. Immediate action has to happen, right? That's why the spinal cord only, okay, passes the information to the muscle to move it back. Understood? This blue one is the motor nerve and this is the sensory nerve. Red one is the sensory nerve, passes information to the spinal cord, and motor nerve is the, okay, blue one. It tells to this muscle to move the hand back immediately. So this is the reflex action. Nothing but those are controlled by spinal cord. Have you understood up to here? Now children, I am going to show you a small video. Watch that video.
The nervous system. What happens when you see a mosquito sitting on your hand? You quickly shake your hand. What happens when you eat an orange? You feel a tangy taste. You breathe automatically. Every single action that you perform is because of the coordination of the nervous system. The nervous system is made up of the brain, spinal cord, and a large network of nerves that are spread throughout the body. Let's understand the functions of the different parts of our nervous system. The human brain is the messaging center of the nervous system. It is protected by the skull. It consists of cerebrum, cerebellum, and the brainstem or medulla. The grey, wrinkly upper part of the brain is the cerebrum. It is divided into 4 areas. Each area controls different parts of the body. The back area controls the vision, while other areas control functions like movement, speech, memory, emotions, and touch. The cerebellum, located below the cerebrum, coordinates voluntary movements like balance, movement, and speech. It controls motor functions and muscular activity. Below the cerebrum and in front of the cerebellum lies a stem-shaped structure called medulla. The brain is connected to the spinal cord through the medulla. It transmits the messages or impulses that the brain and the rest of the body send back and forth. The medulla is in charge of all the automatic functions of the body, like respiration, digestion, and blood circulation. Nerves are cylindrical bundles of nerve fibers that run from the brain to the different parts of the body. Nerve cells are called neurons. They transmit nerve impulses. The brain has more than 10 billion nerve cells. When you see a mosquito sitting on your hand or feel its bite, neurons are stimulated by the sensation and an impulse is generated. This travels the length of the neuron and is transferred to the next neuron with the help of chemicals known as neurotransmitters. This sequence is repeated across thousands of neurons to transmit information to the brain. The brain processes this information and sends a message back, which is transmitted by the neurons to the hand. This message from the brain is your body's response to the mosquito on your hand. You respond by shaking your hand. There are 3 types of neurons. Sensory neurons are responsible for physical stimuli such as light, sound, and touch. They carry messages from the sense organs to the nervous system about the body's surrounding environment. The brain controls the muscles through the motor nerves. For example, we are able to move because the brain signals the motor nerves to expand or contract the muscles. Spinal nerves perform the functions of both sensory nerves and motor nerves. That is, they carry messages to the brain as well as take orders from the brain to other parts of the body. They are also called as mixed nerves. The nervous system helps different parts of our body communicate and allows the brain to control our body.
Watch the video, children. Yeah. Now coming to just review John, what we learned today. Okay. The largest part of the brain. Okay. In the brain, 3 parts are there. Which is the largest part in the brain? Yes. Okay. That is cerebrum. What we call that part? Cerebrum is the largest part. Okay. In the 3 parts, this is the largest part in the brain. Next. Reflex actions. Reflex actions means immediate actions. Okay. Are controlled by not the brain. Okay. Generally the body is controlled by the brain. Right? Full body is controlled by the brain. But the reflex actions means immediate actions are controlled by spinal cord. Very important. Okay. The reflex actions are controlled by spinal cord. That message is not for, okay, is not at all going to the brain. Those are controlled by the spinal cord only. Okay. Next, muscle is attached to the bone. Suppose this is the bone. Around it muscle is there. Those 2 are connected with a tough tissue. What is the tissue? Is what we call tendon. Okay, children. Have you understood up to here? Yeah. A little bit part is left in this lesson. Okay. That is about sense organs. We learn in the next class. Okay, children. Until that, take care. Bye.